Hi everyone, this is just a quick introductory video talking about the different levels associated with Functional Skills English. So what we're going to do is quickly explain the overview of the course and the different levels that you might be enrolled upon. So first of all then, what is Functional Skills? So Functional Skills is the practical, real-life literacy course that's designed to help learners gain essential reading, writing and communication skills for work, education and daily life. Now, if you're enrolling on a functional skills course, the likelihood is that you'll be asked to do something called an initial assessment. So this is often used through a program called BKSB, and this is also something that is used to understand the kind of level that you're working at currently and what you need to do to progress onto higher levels as well. So if you are going for an enrolment, or if you're going to an interview day or something like that at a college, then there's a really good chance that you'll be expected to do this kind of thing for either English or maths to understand the level you'll be working on. So understanding the levels. So what are you working towards? So sometimes understanding the levels for functional skills can seem a little bit confusing. So the first one we're going to talk about is entry level. Now you have entry level 1, 2 and 3. So essentially then, entry level is all about building practical, everyday English skills. It's designed to help learners communicate confidently in real life situations like in school, work and their daily lives. Now as we look through the other levels, you will find that there's a lot of similarities between them, but there are some subtle differences which we'll think about next. So next, for level 1, we'll also say that this is specifically aimed for City and Guilds, which is one of the exam boards. However, even if you're with a different one, whether it's be Edexcel or anything else like that, they still kind of have the same criteria for each level. So for level 1 then, this focuses on using English confidently and effectively in everyday situations, especially for work, education and daily life. It's a step up from entry 3 and is often taken instead of or before GCSE English. So important thing to note with level 1, even though it is a step up from entry level, it doesn't have the same weight behind it as a GCSE grade for English. So this is something that we consider to be something that will help you work towards that if that is the goal that you want to achieve. Next we have level 2. So this is about using English confidently, accurately and independently in real life. So you can see there's a slight difference there between level 1 and level 2. And again, this also applies to work and study situations. It's the highest level of functional skills and is widely accepted as an alternative to GCSE English. So although we've said that it is accepted as an alternative to a GCSE grade, we should take that with a bit of a pinch of salt there. It really does depend on the institution that you're going for if you're thinking about higher learning. In addition to that, it also depends on the type of job or career prospects that you have in mind. Yes, a level 2 is considered to be acceptable and kind of seen to be on par with a GCSE in English, but it really does depend on what you want to do with it. Now, if you want to go quite far academically, it'd be really important that once you complete your level 2, that you then progress to GCSE English instead. Course overview. What will I study and what will I be assessed on? So first of all then, during the course you will study a variety of different forms of writing. We'll look at being able to select and comprehend key information from texts. We will also look to develop skills in spelling, grammar and punctuation, and how to write and communicate for personal and academic success. What will I be assessed on? Now for each of the levels, you'll have to go through 3 different criteria. So first one, often the first one, is the reading assessment. So can you read, understand and select key information from one or more texts? Secondly, can you write in a clear, coherent manner? Do you use language, structure and spelling, punctuation and grammar effectively? And finally, the speaking and listening assessment. Can you communicate effectively and can you present your ideas and contribute to the thoughts and ideas of other people? So within the course, what a lot of actual institutions tend to do is they tend to go for speaking and listening first, get this one out of the way, because it's considered slightly less formal because it will be something that is conducted within the actual classroom. The reading assessment tends to come next, followed by the writing assessment. And generally speaking, if you're an adult learner, the writing assessment is the one that we struggle with a little bit more, especially if you've been out of education for a long time, because those skills diminish quickly, especially if all we do is kind of communicate via text messages as well. Now, if you do want access to all of these, then you can obviously download this one. We have a link of that to my test page as well, where you can use the PowerPoint, or you can use the QR code that's provided as well. All of our lessons and videos are uploaded that can help and support you with revision throughout your course. In terms of our next lesson, we're going to be going over the following things. So we're going to recall the key elements of the course. We're going to understand how to approach a reading assessment. And finally, you'll be able to apply your understanding to attempt an exam question and also track your progress. If you need additional support, the new videos will be added every single week. Alternatively, you can leave us a comment below or visit our partner channel, Bookworm Teaching, for more lessons and guidance on all things related to English. If you made it this far in the video, guys, I want to thank you for your support and to carry on with your actual learning. So if you need anything, please do feel free to reach out. Thank you. Bye bye.